We're up on the hill on an unnamed creek in the Brooks Range where we've been hunting for this is our 4th day hunting. We haven't shot anything yet. We're looking for a moose and a grizzly bear. Party was in here prior to my current party, and we got 3 caribou. We got one of the caribou right over there, kind of in between this long low ridge and that dome ridge there, kind of just on the other side of this long low ridge. And right over here, my friend Rob and the rest of us just had some hot cocoa and some kind of fruit bread that's delicious. And right over there, that hill right there, we've seen some bears on that hill right there. We've seen some caribou on that hill. And right over here on the creek, depending on where you're from, we saw a bear the other day, platinum colored bear, which is very unusual. It was a very small bear, a sow, so we didn't shoot it. Here's our structure, our little lean-to. We get out of the wind and the rain when we're glassing up here. We get under there. Today, it's unusually nice. We probably don't deserve it, except for the fact that it's been very cold for the last couple days, raining on us all the time, and snowed a little bit. So we're taking advantage of this very nice day. There's Hunter. Say hi, Hunter. Hunter's our number 1 star packer. Here's our friend Randy. Hi, Randy.
Hi.
Are you roughing it today?
Yes, it's so tough.
It's a tough life, eating bread and
Yes.
cocoa on the hill.
Delicious fruit bread.
Our moose have been coming up from there, from downriver, that's south. They come up and they go along the base of the hill here. There's some timber right down there. They like to stop in that timber. Now there's another strip of timber right there. The moose will follow that timber along the base of that hill. So we've been watching that carefully. We saw a porcupine and a fox the other day down in the flats just below camp. Yesterday we saw that. And that's interesting. We saw some ptarmigan that are about half turned white. So there's another bunch of timber. The moose will follow that timber toward us from the east and then skirt the bottom of this hill where all that timber goes around the bottom, and then they'll head north along the timber there. So we're watching for them to see if they do that. So here's our camp. And way over there, they always put me out on the outskirts because it seems like people think I snore. Everybody gets a better night's sleep if I'm way over there. So we're spending the day up on the hill glassing. We're drying our clothes, charging batteries, because we know it's going to get nasty again. There he is, ptarmigan. Huh. Very cool. He's been eating a lot of berries around camp this morning. back off. It's a willow ptarmigan there. Oh, eating more berries. We have 3 varieties of ptarmigan in Alaska. Willow ptarmigan, black-tailed ptarmigan, and rock ptarmigan. They're a member of the grouse family. Pretty bird. This is a moose yarding area in the winter. This is where the moose and caribou spend a lot of time in winter. They come up into these big willow flats where we are, and they spend the winter here eating the moose eat the willow, and the caribou eat the lichen up on the ridges, and they yard up here in the winter. You can see this is a bull that had been shed. See, there's the horn pedicle right there, antler pedicle. So this was a bull moose that came up here to spend the winter and yarded up with other bull moose, or other moose, male and female moose. And right over here, some caribou antlers that also came up here. A lot of ungulates spend the winter here. This whole flat is just full of skulls like this that were killed by wolves in the winter. They're fairly easy to kill by wolves in the winter when they get yarded up, because the snow gets too deep for them to get around very much. Wolves get into those yards and pretty easy to kill them. Here's one of our redback bulls. Been with us for a week. He's under the lean-to where we put our gear in out of the rain when it's raining. That's my spotting scope there. They've been eating our ramen noodles and our pilot bread. We have lunch right up here on the hill. We have lots of things to eat up here, and he's been helping himself to the ramen noodles. There he goes. We've been leaving him alone. As long as he doesn't eat my new Danner boots, we'll leave him alone. There he is, getting in the noodles. He really likes them. This is the view of our camp at night. We're just coming in from a long day of hunting. We're looking to the west. That's the sunset you see behind the tents. In there making dinner for us. We'll go on in and get something to eat and then go to bed. Randy, where are we?
We're on the top of a spotting knob about 1.5 miles from camp.
We are on the top of the world in paradise.
We're on the top of the world in more than paradise.
Hi Rob, how are you?
Very good, thank
You feeling good today?
Excellent.
What do you think of the view?
Phenomenal.
Isn't it wonderful? I'm gonna pan around.
Do you want me upset? Do you want me upset? What blade is that one? I didn't know that the weight had that light. Oh yeah, my one had the same, but it wasn't. didn't have that same angle to it.
And this is our view. See that? Our camp is way down there. Right there.
Mark,
What?
we don't have any spoons.
No.
I don't believe you forgot the spoons.
I forgot.
I don't believe you forgot the spoons. That's your third demerit for today. I did see a caribou jawbone. We can make one spoon out of that. We have no spoons, but that's not a problem. We can fix this.
And they could have.
Here's Mark carving spoons for us to eat our mountain house on top of a spotting knob.
We're at 4,845 feet. There's caribou down on the other side of the hill. But we're looking for bears and moose today. Okay, we'll check back in after we finish our lunch. Unusual way for him to be glassing. Let's look over here. There's some other... Something happened to those two. Look over there. They look dead. Oop, movement. He didn't die. He's okay. Got a bunch of caribou down below us. About 22 or 23. All cows and calves. Well, their wintering grounds are right around here. That's why you see winter-killed caribou at camp.
Yeah.
And we know those weren't killed by hunters because all the long bones are still there and the horns weren't taken. Of course, hunters will take all the meat, and the requirement is that they got to leave the long bones in the meat.
Yeah.
So Fish and Game can know what cuts of meat were taken from the caribou. And of course, hunters would take the
Tenderloins and backstrap.
the antler.
Yeah.
And since the antlers are all still there at camp, we know they weren't taken by hunters. Here we are. We just did an hour stalk
Yes.
on this wonderful moose. We got him at about right around 60 inches. A little more, a little less. We haven't taped him yet, but there's my good friend Rob over there. How do you feel, Rob?
Phenomenal.
What a stalk, huh?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Isn't that crazy?
Up on a sleeping moose.
Yeah, we had hand signals from up on the hill. Our good friend Hunter on the hill was giving us hand signals, and we walked right into this bedded moose. How far were we? We were 40 yards from him when he got up. Isn't that great? And oh man, unbelievable. This is our 6th day,
Monday the 10th.
and this is the first bull moose we've seen.
Very first.
from
Very first
camp.
small moose. Yeah, we saw one cow.
We saw a cow this morning. Thought that was good. We saw several hundred caribou today. We had a herd of like 25 all bulls in front of camp, and our friend Hunter went in on them and tried to fill his tag. He's our packer, and our two fine hunters consented to let him try and take one. He didn't get one though. Isn't that nice?
Oh, it's fantastic. What a moose. Guy's in great shape.
Culmination of certainly 72 hours of glassing. We glassed from our knob by the camp. We glassed from that knob over there. That's where we were yesterday. Spent a whole day yesterday up on top of there glassing. But today's the first day we really saw much game at all. We're probably a mile and a quarter from camp, so we got a little bit of a pack to get him back to camp, but it's all nice firm ground.
Yeah, actually it is. It's fantastic.
What a good hunt.
Yeah, fabulous hunt. He's a gorgeous animal.
Yes.
My God, what a beautiful animal.
Alaska-Yukon moose.